Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Jacob back here for the JTwoH channel. Today we have a Blu-ray review for you. This one is coming to you strictly from MGM. I believe this is a burn-on-demand, manufacturer-on-demand MOD title, but it's exclusively from MGM. It's not a Warner Brothers co-production or anything to that effect. Today we have Cheech Chong's The Corsican Brothers, which, to my knowledge, I honestly don't know any other person personally that has watched this movie. I watched this at a way younger age than I probably should have with my father and my brother, both of which have obviously heard of it, but I haven't talked to a single other person that recognizes this film. So there we have some very raunchy artwork there with Chong and Cheech. We have the Corsican brothers. I can't read that backwards. They saw Paris, they saw France, they saw the Queen in her underpants. So, like I said, I saw this way, way before I probably should have, given the content of it. But, yeah, so let's check out that spine there. This is the first time it's been released on Blu-ray, at least officially. It was funny because we watched this, I believe we watched this on VHS. I believe my dad rented it from Family Video back in the day on VHS. And I remember him mentioning several times, he's like, I cannot find that movie for the life of me. And I just looked, and it appears it had one DVD back in 2002, and it's kind of been forgotten about. So really cool here that this is getting a Blu-ray, even if it wasn't special to me. Now, this is very special to me because I watched it back in the day with my father on a VHS. But let's check out more of the Blu-ray here as I get to talking. We have Cheech Chong, the Corsican brothers. From bongs to bon mots, Cheech and Chong proudly place their names alongside such luminaries as the brothers Karamazov and the Marx brothers, portraying the brothers Corsican in the comic adventure inspired by the classic Alexandre Dumas novella. I just butchered probably half those names, but let's see what we got here. 90 minutes. This movie is from 1984. So widescreen. There's not much specs on here. DTS. I will say, now, I watched this on DVD. I didn't get to watch it on the DVD, but the transfer, from what I can tell, is great. The transfer, what I can tell, is good. I'm not going to tell you it's great. There's some heavy grain. I don't know. I'm assuming they did some upscaling. I'm not in on the technical jargon, but it looked good. I popped it in, and I wasn't immediately drawn back to the VHS. I was like, oh, sweet, look, I like the quality of this. So take that with a grain of salt. It's probably not the best thing you've ever seen on HD, but this is the first time on Blu-ray. It's only ever gotten one DVD release, so beggars can't be choosers. Tommy Chong is his name. I couldn't remember this, so I just said their last names, but Tommy Chong and Cheech, is it Martin? Marin? Cheech Marin. So we have no other information. It's Orion Pictures. So let's check out the disc art here, which is very limited. It's just the disc art there. So this movie reminds me of, and maybe they're all inspired by this novella, but it reminds me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or A Princess Bride, or that like old-timey knight saving a princess storyline. And it's obviously their twist on it. What's the other one? Your Highness. That type of era. I'm sure it's not all the same similar plot, though they tend to blend together after a while. I did not watch this all the way through. There is no special features. There's no chapter selection. There is play, and there is subtitles. Just because I remember this being a little more racy, and I didn't want to watch it in front of the kids. But, you know, to each other, it's rated PG, which is the crazy part too, but it's 1984's PG. It is definitely not 2024's PG. So this movie is 40 years old. It's crazy. So yeah. We have Cheech and Chong's The Corsican Brothers, now available on Blu-ray for the first time ever from, let's see if I can get that, from MGM. So definitely check this out. I would recommend this. Now, I've actually never seen Up in Smoke, but if you've watched Cheech and Chong, if you're familiar with their work and you like it, or a film like Your Highness by Netflix Wrestling, etc., Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you should check this out. You really should. I'll put a link in the description. It is not an affiliate link in any way. I don't get anything from it. It's just a way to support MGM and releasing these awesome. I could not believe when I saw this come across that it was the Corsican Brothers. Like I said, I've never talked to anyone, including like Rick from Down Movie, people I legitimately talked to. I've never heard of anyone that has heard this movie. So if you've heard of this movie, let me know. Are you a fan? Like, I don't expect this to do well on views because I don't know if anyone knows of this movie. So if you have, let me know in the comments. And when did you watch it? Where? All that sort of stuff. But I want to thank MGN for sending me a copy. And I want to thank you guys for checking it out and watching the review. If you would like to support my channel in any way, there's links to my social medias in the comments. Twitter, Instagram, eBay page, Bluray.com, TV Time, and Letterboxd. Of course, subscribing to any of those supports the channel. Also, I have a secondary YouTube channel now focused on comic books and a tertiary YouTube channel focused on manga. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you later, YouTube.